What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Smashing Pumpkins, and we're going back to the 1995 double album, Mellon Collie and the Infinite Sadness. We're going through the second disc, Twilight to Starlight, and the next two, 1979, I already reacted to in the very early phase of the Smashing Pumpkins deep dive, given that it was one of the handful of tracks I did know in advance. So we're skipping over that, and the next one is Tales of a Scorched Earth. It's another one I don't remember by name. It is possible, as with a few others along the way, through the two albums I've been going through for Smashing Pumpkins, that I may recognize it, but yeah, it doesn't ring a bell. It's a pretty intense title. Scorched Earth is, you know, when everything has been harmed or destroyed, whether by, you know, environmental factors or deliberate human action, such that they cannot provide any sustenance, they can't provide any refuge or succor, if you will. It is ultimately the most extreme and intense destruction or debasement of whatever, you know, the place or locale is. Now, Tales of a Scorched Earth, tales plural, I wonder if this is like conceptual, the idea of Scorched Earth, or whether we're really going to get a narrative where, you know, there's some physical place that, again, through human choice and or environmental conditions, ends up being a place that can no longer support life, if you will. So I expect it to be figurative, but given that a lot of their tunes I can't hear all the lyrics on a first listen, and even though this won't technically, I don't think, be a first listen, given that I had this album back in the 90s, I don't expect to catch every lyric I hear, or every vocal I hear lyrically, if that makes sense. So, either way, let's see what I can catch. This is the Smashing Pumpkins. The track is Tales of a Scorched Earth, and it's from their 1995 album, Mellon Collie and the Infinite Sadness. I think I actually do remember this. Remember that intro? Yeah. It's an amazing and incredible thing that this is on the same album as a song like Tonight Tonight. But yeah, like definitely on the harder, more metal edge of their sound. Billy, I think both at his most intense vocally and with distortion or like effects on it, giving it an even more like wicked demonic sound, and admittedly making it harder even still to hear a lot of the vocals, or sorry, lyrics. Indeed, I heard like words and phrases at a couple points, but by and large, it was sort of overwhelmed. And indeed, like before that last segment where it kind of rolled back in, there was like that in the last third interlude where it got really intense and distorted. And indeed, Scorched Earth, it was like the audio version of Scorched Earth, just dissonant destruction everywhere. So I enjoyed, again, it's another tune that sort of articulated. I reacted to a Cure tune recently, grinding halt, and it indeed came to a grinding halt, and we indeed heard a scorched earth, you know, utterly decimated, no life or, you know, consonants possible interlude. So quite apart from the lyrics, I feel like the title of the track was well expressed. And indeed, this is one I sort of remember, like that intro especially. Like I clearly, you know, that intro must have been, you know, maybe when I was gonna go play hockey or something, like a pump up song or something, because I remembered very much that just rocking straight into an intro. As the tune went on, it became less and less familiar. So again, my assumption is it's one that I must have, ooh, I love this opening, but for whatever reason it was like, oh, maybe this part I can't quite understand what he's saying, and let me go to the next track, or something to that effect. Again, I make no excuses for the 14/15-year-old me, but nevertheless, a really incredible tune, and one, you know, obviously on the more wicked, hard metal side of their catalog. Which again, I love a group that has such stylistic diversity that they can give you a very, like, what's the right word? Like light and airy emotional tune, or even a heavy and, you know, melancholic emotional tune, but they can also just, you know, give you a wicked rocking track like Bullet with Butterfly Wings, or this, which is even more insane and intense. So the gamut of their musical stylings just on one album, which again, I mean, I keep saying, it's like, it's one album, but it's clearly two. It's like the amount of songs, the fact that there's two themed, like, parts to the album with, you know, over 10 tracks on each one. Yeah, it just, to me, it's like, it's not only a double album in the sense that it has, you know, 2 discs or 2 CDs, 2 vinyl, but it's like, you know, they had so much material, it was a double album, so in a, like, more legitimate respect. Either way, a really cool one. Looking forward to the next one. Shout out to Sophia, who helped me realize it had been longer than I intended since the last Smashing Pumpkins reaction. So, in any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.